instead of just using the piri or the chili itself, what we do is we sort of make it into a little hot sauce that we keep in the ice box. And so we take a little poblano, a little jalapeno, a little shallot, a little cilantro, because the cilantro for me sort of tames it down, or coriander is what it would be called in Portuguese cooking, not cilantro. And we just sort of blend it up. And then what happens is that we have this very, very unique hot sauce here. And it's got a really nice flavor, and there's a lot of things that you can do with it. But for this dish, we begin with some chorizo. We want to render this down a little bit, so we're going to add a little olive oil right now. And then while that's happening, we've got some very small shrimp from the Gulf. So beautiful shrimp. And then mussels and clams, a little tomato, a little garlic, a little shallot. And then, of course, I have beautiful oysters from the Gulf as well, and some lobster meat, and, of course, some stock. And then we're going to just kind of do this with we have a homemade pasta here, an egg pasta, which is going to cook very fast, a lot quicker than dry pasta. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to go with some shallot, and certainly as much garlic as possible. I want to then add the tomato. Let the juice come out of that as well. Now that we got this layering thing going on, I'm not going to add a little pepper yet. I'm just going to add some salt, though, because I don't know how much and how spicy the chorizo is right now. So we'll come back and taste that. And then for me, it's about the shellfish next, because they're going to need a little bit of time to just warm up a little bit. Now we're going to start getting the flavor going in this a little bit. So first I'm going to just add a little bit of the piri. We'll come back and add more. And I can see the shellfish be just starting to wanting to open. So at that case, we're going to add some wonderful clam broth or fish stock or whatever that you might have. Maybe a tiny bit of cilantro and basil mixture. And that's when I want to add my shrimp. And you know what? By golly, I'm even going to season my shrimp. And so we're going to add the shrimp. And then, oh, look at this. Let's just kind of turn them over. The shellfish is opening. Now would be the time for us to salt our water. This is going to be no time quick. I know now that I want to add the lobster because we're in the home stretch. And we're going to add the oysters right now. We're just going to kind of fold this over. And how hot do you want it? This is when you get to choose. See how the oysters are just about to curl? The shrimp are just perfectly cooked. The pasta is done. We want to slowly. Now what we're going to do is just, don't be afraid of adding a little bit of that salt water. It's good for the blood pressure. And then, for me, I have to have more piri. If you got some cilantro, great. A little parsley would work too. Don't break it up now. Just be ginger with it. Yes. Can you feel all that love?